Good morning.
Hello, Madeleine. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me. Welcome to Peyton, Colorado. This is my aunt's shop, Lewis and Holmes. This is one of the many shops out here in Peyton.
What does Succeeding Small do?
Succeeding Small is a digital marketing agency specifically serving small businesses. I specialize in search engine optimization, affordable web design, social media, paid ads, and so much more for small businesses.
Fantastic. Very helpful. And what's your favorite thing about owning Succeeding Small?
My favorite thing is definitely working with the small businesses. You know, I come from a long line of small businesses and entrepreneurs in my family, just like this one here. My aunt owns many of these shops out here in Peyton, as well as my family owns some property out in Falcon. My grandparents were in construction, husband's family owns a gutter company, so there are many small businesses in my family, and that's what I really want to give back to with Succeeding Small.
I love it. I love that it's near and dear to your heart. And what company motto or tagline, if you have any, do you have?
Yeah, so I help get small businesses the visibility they deserve.
Perfect. And then what are some of the main services your company offers?
Primarily, I do search engine optimization. That is my favorite thing to do. That's what I think changes the lives of many small business owners. But I also do web design, social media, paid ads, the umbrella of digital marketing.
Very helpful. And what's the most common misconception people have about search engine optimization?
The most common misconception is definitely thinking you can throw a couple keywords on your website and that'll be good. So search engine optimization is much more in depth with that. It's not just the keywords, that very surface thing, and it's actually very comprehensive.
Perfect. And what questions should a client prepare before meeting with an SEO specialist?
Clients should first and foremost make sure that they know how to access their website. That is a great question to ask an SEO person is, do I own my website? How can I figure that out if I do? How much control do I have over it? The SEO specialist might not know the answers to that, but that's very good to know in the beginning. And the second question would be, what are your goals? How do you want your small business to grow? What are the objectives you want to accomplish?
Perfect. Really solid advice. And who is your target audience?
Definitely the small business owner. So I have worked with clients who have literally just started their company compared to the businesses who have owned their store in Colorado Springs for about 20 years. So I've worked with every business in between, brick and mortar, online, service area, the whole 9 yards.
Love it, the whole gamut. And what sets your company apart from other similar companies?
So a couple different things. One is, of course, the small business history I have in my family, but the second thing is I got my education in English and rhetoric, which is the study of persuasion and arguments. So I blend together the technology, the algorithms, with the customer, with the human psychology on the other end of that.
I really love that. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about you for a minute.
Yes, absolutely.
First off, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you.
And what did you do for your birthday?
So it's my mom's, grandma's, and my birthday all in the first week of September.
Wow.
So I went to a wine festival with my mom. And that was fun. And then my husband took me out to dinner. So.
That sounds so relaxing, and that's so fun. Nice. Yeah. And what are you reading right now?
So funny enough, I have actually challenged myself to read a book from every country. So I am going down my list of countries. I've got my list of books, and so I've done about 20 so far. But
that's incredible.
Yeah.
In different languages, or how?
No, they're all translated in English, which is take it or leave it, how you feel about that. but the most recent one I read is called Homegoing, and it's in the country of Ghana in Africa. So that was very interesting. But
that's so intriguing.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's your favorite all-time book?
Favorite all-time book? Probably, I love All the Light We Cannot See. That's a really great one. That's a World War II novel.
Oh, nice. Okay, and what appeals to you about that book?
I love, particularly, I'm gonna nerd out on you, is the grammar in that.
That's great.
I love the way it's written. It's like a poem, but in a novel format. It's really beautifully written and an incredible story too.
Nice. I can definitely see your passion behind the English language and literature. What's your spirit animal?
I hate these questions. So when I was in college, I worked in the writing center, and one of our monthly events was picking an animal for each tutor who worked there, so I was a chipmunk. I don't know what that says about me, but
That's the cutest one I've ever heard. Love it. And have you always lived in Colorado?
I have, yeah, born and raised, but I've been to almost all 50 states, so.
Fantastic. True local. And what's your favorite place to visit in Colorado?
Oh, I love Breckenridge. I love the mountains. Those are always really fun.
Absolutely beautiful. And what's your favorite place you visited in the world?
Favorite place I visited? Probably Tennessee. Tennessee has a special place in my heart. I love it there.
Any favorite cities in Tennessee?
No, I've been all over. I've been in Nashville, been to the Smoky Mountains.
Nice.
like
It's really nice out there. And what's one vacation spot that's on your bucket list?
This upcoming one, so me and my husband are going to New England in a week, and we're gonna go see Boston and Maine and Vermont and New Hampshire, so I'm really looking forward to that.
Yay, that sounds so exciting. Okay, well that segues perfectly to my next question. Are you married?
I am married, yes. Been married for 3 years. He was my high school sweetheart. We started dating when we were 14.
Aw, that's
Yes.
perfect. And then what's your husband's name?
Jimmy.
Aw, awesome. Where did you go to college?
I went to college here at UCCS, and I've been back there several times. I am a guest lecturer both in the English department and in the marketing department, teaching students what I did with my English degree, because it's very uncommon to see English and marketing to go together, so I try to tie it in both departments. So that's been a really rewarding experience.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on your growth.
Thank you.
And how has that helped your company?
Honestly, the tie between the English and the SEO, the technical, has been really the pinpoint of the difference of my company. So I tie both those things together really well.
Nice. I love how you tie them together, and it's a natural progression.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get back on track and talk a little bit more about succeeding small.
Perfect.
Okay. All right, let's cover some basics. What is SEO?
SEO stands for search engine optimization. This is the process of getting your website found on the first page of Google.
Which is crucial. And in a nutshell, what is search engine optimization?
SEO is the process. We take all of your digital assets. That includes your website, your reviews, your listings, and everything in between. And we optimize it to fulfill Google's quality guidelines to make sure that you show up for your keyword searches. So that can be things like chiropractor near me, or nearby plumber, or all of these different aspects. Whatever your keyword phrase is, that is the process of showing up for it.
And everybody needs that, for sure. And how can I expect it to help my business?
SEO, that's the one thing I love about what I do, is SEO can really change the lives of small businesses. When you make that transition from having to search for your customers and go out and build your business on foot, SEO takes that stress away. So people are already searching for what you do, and it's amazing what happens when people can just type in a keyword phrase, find your business, pick up the phone and make a call. It's really life-changing.
Yes, it's definitely the wave of the future. I agree. And can you get me to the top of Google?
I sure can. That is the best thing I do.
Fantastic. And if I get there, will I be there forever?
No, that is an excellent question. So SEO is always changing, always progressing. Not to mention all of the algorithm updates that Google so fondly distributes many times a year. So you're battling against that, but also your competitors are investing in SEO. And Google particularly cares about, are you staying up to date? Is your content still relevant? Are you actively participating online? Are you still an authority? So all of those things make SEO a consistent investment.
Those algorithms. And how can a small business up their SEO game?
So a small business can actually do several things totally for free, which I am, of course, passionate about being a small business owner. So the top 5 things a small business can do is 1, make sure you own your website. If you don't have a website, get one. Number 2, sign up for a Google My Business listing. This is the best way to spoon feed Google information about you. The third thing is start getting reviews on that Google My Business listing. Ask your customers for reviews and what they thought about your services. The fourth thing is actually, I would go get accredited with the Better Business Bureau. That is a great way to create a trust signal for your business and gets you a nice backlink. And then the fifth thing is create a blog. Start blogging about what you do and why you're an authority in your space.
Those are all so helpful, and thank you for sharing that with our audience. I know they'll definitely appreciate that. And what other services do you offer?
So I do WordPress web design. I do social media management, so people can pick Facebook or Instagram. We do 10 posts a month. I also do paid ads on Google as well as Facebook ad campaigns. I do a little bit of email marketing, and I do copywriting finally.
Quite a lot. Really appreciate that. And so in all those services, what's your favorite part?
Favorite part is when it actually starts to work. When a client of mine calls me and says, somebody just found me on Google, or that Facebook ad campaign grew my business so much, or I can keep my doors open another month. That's the most rewarding thing for me.
I definitely get why that is your favorite. Yes, definitely. And okay, so now what is PPC?
PPC is the paid advertising part. PPC stands for pay per click. So pay per click advertising means that you choose a platform like Google Ads and you say, Google, I want to spend $1,000 on some ads, and you get charged whenever somebody interacts with your ad. Meaning if I click on your ad, you get charged, hence the pay per click.
Okay, perfect. And should every business use pay per click ads?
That's a great question. You know, I really am a believer in that small businesses are unique for a reason, and not all marketing campaigns fit your business or your industry. So when you sit down with me, I really take into consideration what is your industry and where do customers find you? Do they find you on Google? Will they click on an ad, or do they find you on social media?
Perfect. Thanks, Madeleine. That's really helpful. And what about social media ads?
Social media ads, Facebook ads are fantastic. There is a right way to do it though. I will tell you that boosting is a great easy way for small businesses to do a paid ad, but it is also quick money for Facebook. So that means it's not always as targeted as it should be. So starting a campaign is actually the best way to advertise on Facebook, because that's going to be the most cost effective for you.
Interesting. All right. Well, thanks for clarifying that. And what platforms offer the best bang for your buck?
Definitely, I recommend to all small business owners, do as many free things as you possibly can. So I would sign up for Google My Business listing. That's a great way to get on Google's radar. Yelp has a free listing, all of these different places. Do as many free things as you can. And your website is your most precious asset. Your website is something that you own, so that you can always have it in your back hand. So.
Perfect. That really, really helps. And how important is social media for small businesses?
This will be an interesting answer, because sometimes it's not that important for a small business. And I say this because the algorithms behind Facebook and Instagram are consistently working against business pages. So you might remember quite a few months ago, Facebook updated their algorithm to show less from business pages and more from your friends and family. So that means you'll see a post from me way before you see a post from Succeeding Small. And that's just the nature of the algorithm. Also, I like to tell businesses, where do customers find you? You know, if your back is aching and you have an immediate problem, do you get on Facebook or do you go on Google? Or if you're needing family pictures done, do you go on Google to search family photographer, or do you see all these beautiful photos on your Instagram platform and make a call? So it really depends on the industry, but 9 times out of 10, SEO will be a great opportunity, because that's most often where people go to get answers.
Well, that's such fantastic advice, and not something that I've heard before, so we really appreciate that. And what's the main benefit for a small business hiring Succeeding Small to handle all of this?
The main benefit is you work directly with me and my team. I do all of my work in-house. That is something so important to me. So whether it's building backlinks or writing a blog post or building your website, we do it all, because it's so important that the people who are representing your business online know your story and know you. So the main benefit of working with me is you get to work with me and basically represent your business online the way you want it to be.
Fantastic. Well, I know people will be in good hands if they hire Succeeding Small. So I hear you're also offering an internship to UCCS students. How can they get in touch with you?
Yes, thank you so much for bringing that in. I am, launching this internship program. I'm a community member with UCCS, so students can come take a 3-month internship with me, learn SEO, learn web design, learn the algorithms, and actually get college credit for it. So UCCS students, contact me. You can find me on my website or my Facebook, or send me a text message.
Fantastic. What an awesome opportunity for them.
Yes.
And what skills should a candidate have?
I actually don't require any prior experience with these internships.
Okay.
Primarily because I came from a very interesting field, being an English major, and learned marketing. So I think I don't require any experience. I teach them everything from the ground up.
Perfect. So come as you are, be a blank slate, and learn everything. Perfect. So far, I'm loving your company, but let's learn a little bit more about you.
Yes, that would be great. Do you want to do this over a cup of tea over at the Sweet Spot?
I would love to. Let's go. Okay, so what time do you wake up every day?
I wake up at 8 a.m.
Perfect. Yes. And what's the first thing you do every day when you wake up?
The first thing is I wake up with my 2 Yorkies. They're my favorite thing to wake up to, so I take care of them.
I love dogs. That's so cute. Okay, so coffee or tea?
Definitely coffee.
Yes,
I'm a sucker for some good espresso.
Well, I know we're headed to one right now, but what's your favorite coffee shop in Colorado Springs?
You know, I go to a lot of coffee shops. My favorite so far is probably Wayfinder. They've got a delicious spiced latte that I love.
And they have such a charming location. It's fantastic.
Yes.
And what's your favorite type of food?
Favorite type of food is probably Italian.
Yay! Mamma mia. Okay, and what's your favorite restaurant?
You know, my husband took me to a seafood restaurant downtown called Bonnie and Reed, and it was amazing.
Such a favorite for so many people here. I love it.
Yeah.
And as a business owner, I'm sure you work a lot, but what do you like to do in your spare time?
Oh gosh, when I have spare time. I love to travel. I love to spend time with my family. I love to read. That's been my favorite activity so far. But
great. And what brings you joy in life?
Oh, you know, my puppies for sure. Puppies, husband, family. I get so much joy out of that. I also love what I do, and I love working with who I work with, so that gives me a lot of joy.
What are your dogs' names?
Bella and Toby.
Aw, adorable.
So welcome to the Sweet Spot. This is another Peyton favorite. They do tea and coffee here, and it is so cute. I can't wait to show you guys inside.
We're so excited to come. Okay, well, thanks. And so what inspires you?
Oh, so many things. You know, living in this beautiful state of Colorado, I get inspiration every day. I also get so inspired by my family. You know, they work so hard and have done so much in this local area, so I get so much inspiration from them as well.
Lovely, lovely. And do you have any pet peeves?
I will have to think about that one.
Okay, and do you like answering questions?
No, I do not.
Maybe that's a pet peeve.
Yes, there we go.
Hypothetically, if your life was a movie, what type of movie would it be?
Oh, that is another question I hate, Angelina. What are you doing to me? Please.
Okay, what genre? Action, romance, rom-com?
See, it's these questions that I love. I get so nervous.
I can see you as a rom-com. Definitely like a Julia Roberts type of. Yeah. Okay, and here's another one. If it was a song, what would it be?
Okay, I would much rather do the movie one. I'm so sorry.
Country, pop, hip hop.
Angelina, you're gonna have to save me.
Okay. How about, do you prefer rivers or lakes?
Oh, that's a great question. I love rivers. My best friend is from Texas, and so we go down there a lot and float the rivers in what they consider hill country, which is very tiny, tiny hills compared to the mountains of Colorado, but I love it.
Perfect, sounds relaxing. Okay, mountains or plains?
Mountains, for sure.
I hear you. Do you prefer to go out or stay in?
Go out, probably. Go out and explore and travel and be with the people I love.
Fun. Okay, so wrapping up this interview, how long has Succeeding Small been in business?
2 years. It'll be 2 years next month.
Yay, congrats.
Thank you.
And what's your main goal when working with a client?
My main goal is to fulfill their goals. So if their goal is to grow their small business, if their goal is to get more customers, if they want to hire that next full-time employee, I really want to help them accomplish that.
Perfect. I can see how passionate you are about this. And what's a small business audit?
A small business audit is when I go and take a look at 2 of your digital assets. So I look at, say, your web presence and your social media. or your website and your paid advertising. So I go and take a really thorough analysis of what you have going on, can you be found, what is there, and then I give my recommendations on what I would do, and that is totally free and real valuable stuff in there. It's not like change the size of your font. It actually has a lot of value for your small business.
Well, that is awesome. And how can people find out more if they want to get in touch with you?
I am an open book, so please send me a message on Facebook, send me a text, email me, find me on my website, succeedingsmall.co. Any of the above methods, I'd love to chat with you.
Okay, so yeah, I was going to ask what your preferred method is, but it seems like whatever is convenient for your client.
Whatever is good, yeah.
Perfect, okay. Well, I really appreciate your time today. And last question is for you to ask the viewers. You can ask them for feedback in the comments, offer any tips, invite them to contact you, or plug anything you'd like.
Absolutely. So I would love, if you've tried any effective digital marketing solutions, I'd love to know what they are. Specifically the low-cost ones. What has worked for you? What has grown your small business? And I'd love to collaborate with you on that.
Perfect. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and sharing your world with us. Can I get a high five?
Yeah, go over here. Oh.